Hi, this is Noah, the Freelance Painter, and today's video is going to be about the Moisture Content Reader, which is a really important tool if you are a paint contractor, especially for exterior season. So this video is going to be a quick demonstration of it and an explanation of how, when, and why I use it. Stick around. What are we measuring here? Moisture content, which simply put is the amount of water being stored in the wood at that moment. The ideal range of moisture content before you paint or stain exterior wood is low to mid-teens generally. That's what you're going to see as a recommendation. Most cans don't say anything like this, but Mad Dog does. Mad Dog says substrate not to exceed 14% on the back. And this is really something to listen to. If you coat exterior wood that is too waterlogged, you definitely run the risk of premature failure because you are sealing in too much moisture under that coating, whatever kind of coating it is. And that moisture is going to want to evaporate, but you have sealed it in. There will be bonding issues, there will be premature delamination. So this is definitely something to take to heart for any project. This thing, I use the Sonnen Model 50218 digital moisture meter. Really simple, on off. Prongs for getting into the wood, little carrying case, and extra prongs. I've had it for years, I've been very happy with it. It is really simple to use, so I will reposition the camera, zoom in, and give you a brief demonstration. Alright, so the first example is going to be a piece of just, average pine strapping that has been in this basement in a dry Vermont winter. So, what do we have? Somewhere between 0 and 1% moisture content. So that is not terribly surprising because that wood has not been outside for years. But let's take a reading after I run it under some water for a while. So I drenched the wood for about a minute in the sink. Let's see what it reads now. 28%, quite a difference. Which makes sense because this is a small piece of wood and I really saturated it. The most you're ever really going to see is around 30%. That is the most just about any species can take before it just maxes out at its saturation point. And we almost hit that in about a minute in the sink. So just checking in about an hour later, I've shot some other video and I wanted just to test this moisture content one more time. It was at about its saturation point, around 30% an hour ago, and it is not 1%. That is suspicious. Okay, it reads 8% right there. Let's go closer to the end. Okay, so that makes sense. 20% closer to the end, where the end grain allowed wood to absorb more water. So here is going to be drier than here. And that is true of decking boards and a lot of other exterior wood. So keep that effect in mind too. Before you start a project, you really want to test multiple places on the project. If you're doing a deck, you want to test those railing systems as well as the horizontals at various places to make sure the entire project is ready for a coating. Okay, so that's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Leave questions or comments down below, and please like and subscribe because it helps me out. And lastly, if you like this video on some nuanced paint tech stuff, you might also like my video on the mill gauge or the wet film thickness gauge, which helps let me know if I'm putting down the proper thickness in my coatings. So that video link will be right up there. Check it out, and thanks again.